So we're looking at the way evil is going to come to an end. Evil personified is Babylon in the 7th plague. And we're seeing how Babylon implodes, falls in on its own head. And this is the wrath of God, and this is how God judges. When he releases his restraining power from the powers of darkness, they turn on one another. So we've seen so far that in the 7th plague, chapter 16, Babylon is fractured into 3 parts. Inner division, inner disunity. Then we go into chapter 17. The next level of government is the beast and the 10 horns, the 10 kings that she rides and controls. They, which are part of Babylon, turn on her and they eat her flesh. So the phrase eat her flesh in the book of Revelation is a code word that signals inner destruction. We're going down the ladder, top down, to individuals who get eaten by birds. The birds will eat the flesh of individuals, just like the beast and the 10 kings ate the flesh of Babylon. So the process of the inner disintegration takes place. When we know this, we will get to understand what the symbol of the birds, calling of the birds, means. Let's continue on. Jesus returns now to end this war. What's this war over? The character of God, his name, and his right to sit on the throne. That's what this whole series has been about. 19:11. Then I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. The one sitting on it is called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he judges and he makes war. Jesus is coming back to make war. What's the issue? And how will he make war? 19, 12 and 13 tells us the issue. His eyes are like a flame of fire. He has a name written that no one knows but himself. He is clothed in a robe dipped in blood, and the name by which he is called is the Word of God. Jesus comes back at this war to end the war, and he's going to do it in a specific way. His eyes are like a flame of fire, and he has a name written that no one knows but himself. No one in this war, all the evil powers, don't know this name except Jesus. Jesus is coming back in this war to reveal a name that no one knows but himself. And if you've been following this series through, you know that the lost have been blaspheming the name of God, his character, and therefore putting question on his right to sit on the throne. And what were they saying? You have brought all this pain upon us in the plagues when it was the devil. And now Jesus comes to put the character of God to bed once and for all. He comes in this war with an agenda to reveal the name of the Father. How does he do it? Verse 13, he is clothed in a robe dipped in blood. The war hasn't started yet, folks. And he is blood drenched. Since the war hasn't started, this is not the blood of his enemies. It's his own blood. The slaughtered lamb returns to reveal the name of the Father. I am the slaughtered one. This is what the name of God is all about. He does not bring pain on you. The devil slaughtered me. Father absorbs violence. He doesn't cause violence. That's the message of the devil, and now it's upended. His robe dipped in blood is his own blood, the blood that was slaughtered by the devil, and that reveals what God is like. He sits under the rainbow, remember? He's a God of peace. What weapon will Jesus use in this war? Remember, he's come to reveal the name of the Father. He says, listen, I'm the slaughtered lamb. This is what God's all about. We absorb violence. We don't inflict violence. Yeah? What weapon does he use? We know what the purpose is. Exonerate the name of God through the slaughtered lamb's blood. What weapon does he use in this war? 19:15, From his mouth comes a sharp sword with which to strike down the nations. The sword is not in his hand. The sword is in his mouth. Wow. The sword is in his mouth. Wow. It's the word of truth. It's revelation of the truth about the name and character of God. Jesus will end evil through a sharp word coming out of his mouth that reveals what God is like. This is not a war of force and violence. This is a war of words, which we have seen again and again and again in this book. Jesus does not come in this war to inflict violence. He comes with the word of truth, and the word of truth that he preaches to the lost when he returns is what brings evil to an end. This is not a literal physical war. Jesus does not come to inflict violence. He comes as the one that had violence inflicted on him, blood-drenched. And the sword he uses is not in his hand. It's in his mouth. Let's keep going. John will now draw on the book of Ezekiel, because the book of Ezekiel speaks about a famous end-time war called Gog and Magog. And he will pull that story in from Ezekiel 39 into his storyline in Revelation 19, because they will say the same thing. And what is that? Next time.